All right, everybody. Happy hump day. Unless you're on the other side of the world, your humps are done already. Oh, excuse me. Leo, how are you? Fleece, see you down there. Paulie, welcome, guys. Let's have some more interesting conversation and updates today.
That's right. Let's have some fun and party.
Yeah, well, we have a lot to be proud of
I
here and
know.
party about. In Vegas too, Fleece. In Vegas. Right?
I want that in writing.
Uh, yeah, the official, yeah. I want the official in writing. I literally just walked in the door, changed, grabbed a slice of pizza and a drink. Now we're here. So ready to rock and roll. Let's get some invites out, share the space, tag some folks. We'll give it a couple minutes here and we'll get rolling. I'm going to send out some DMs.
You want to hear some good news?
Absolutely. I always want to hear good news. I always want to know the bad news too, because it keeps me smart about what's going on, even though I may not like it.
Now, I don't believe in coincidences, right? So my computer started conking out the other day. Everything was buffering all the time. And then I got a call from my boss, and I was frustrated, and I told him about that. He says, "Okay." He says, "I'll cut you a check. Get yourself a computer. I'll pay for
Bada bing, bada boom,
it."
baby. That's how, right?
That's right.
Right. Fleece, I see you joining us up here. Paulie's coming out. Well, we're going to have the main crew today. This is going to be a pleasure. Unless, of course, if Fleece is out walking and we get a bunch of the wind. Are you walking, Fleece? You better be getting those steps in.
No, I was actually about to head out the door to start walking. That's the new Spaces routine, but I've been intercepted by my wife.
Sure.
And she
Sure
is, she has given me a task to cook some eggs for my son. So I'm just cooking some scrambled eggs and I'm out the door.
Sounds like a really good excuse.
They're not for me, I swear.
Okay, are you breaking your?
So today I have not eaten. It is around about midday.
Okay.
And I haven't eaten yet. I've had water. I cooked. Check this out. I cooked half a steak last night in preparation for today, and then I allowed my wife to eat it in front of me. She's like, "Wow, can I have this? It looks really nice." Yeah, sure. Begrudgingly, sure, have it. Yeah, I didn't want that.
How kind of allow you to eat
Just
your
kidding.
meat.
Well, I knew I didn't need it. That was the main thing.
I usually try to fast about 14 hours before I eat again. So
Okay.
yep.
So when do you start? What are your fasting hours? When do you stop eating? When do you start eating?
I mean, ideally by 8 or 9 p.m. our time, I usually try not to eat, and then I usually don't eat until noon the next day.
Okay.
Yeah, I try to go as long and I drink my supplements. I do have my coffee. Whatever it is about coffee, it's a comfort thing for me. So,
is that what we're calling steroids now? Supplements?
What supplements?
I could use a T-level boost, man, to be honest with you. Yeah. Multivitamin, B complex. I stopped taking calcium. Take a B complex. Some antioxidants made of grapeseed extract, bilberry extract. It's like a combination of some high level antioxidants. And then I usually drink my mixture of greens with that as well. So it's got a bunch of organic greens that I drink with it. So start my day off with a bunch of vitamins and minerals and some fluid intake.
Some Metamucil.
Wow.
Metamucil.
What about Cialis?
Viagra.
Type 4.
Yeah, the Cialis Viagra stack.
Vince, have you ever tried wheatgrass?
Absolutely, yeah. That's part of my greens is organic wheatgrass. Absolutely. Well, hopefully those eggs come out okay after you've beat them, Fleece. All right. So, anything new with regard to Xeno? Since some of you might be joining this crazy community space for an update on what's actually going on, besides a bunch of crazy talk about food and Cialis and things becoming or falling on hard times, right? But on bumps. So we know we don't have that issue here, all right, because we are mining, right? We're actually doing quite well. Mining Bitcoin, Litecoin, Doge, and Candata. Eventually, I think we're going to add some Nervos. All right. Do we even have a timeline, Fleece? Of I think we're holding off on that. I know that we are, guys. We're our other order is on its way. It's coming from overseas. As soon as we get that, they'll get tested, hooked up. That's the big news, right? We got another shipment of miners coming in.
Yeah, I was actually speaking to the CEO, founder of our hosting partners yesterday, and yeah, they have arrived. They're around about a week away. So
Okay.
we've currently got 24 online. 2 were sent away for repairs, warranty issue. Those will be back and online very shortly, and then we're going to have another 14 online within a week. So yeah, things are going great on that front. Yeah, we're tracking perfectly.
Exciting and it's a perfect time to be mining Bitcoin. I know we talk about this to remind everybody this is a good time to be doing it, packing your bags before the next bull run. Perfect time to be adding some of those additional miners, right? Getting them for a good price because of the market being down, but also having enough intelligence, foresight, to be looking at what's going on in the mining market. As far as I know, these are the S19J Pros coming, and I think we're going to hold off on some more of those S19J Pros because we do know that the 21s are coming, and I believe if my Alzheimer doesn't kick in, I think the S21s are like 200 terahash, I think, right? Compared to the 110 or 114 that the S19s have. Is that correct? Polly's giving me the 100%. So I must be close on that. So that'll be dope because that's almost twice the hashing power, right? Probably what, 85% more hashing power for those S21s, if my math is somewhat close, Although I'm used to being in the military, so the only thing we have to be close with, we don't have to be close. Well, what was my dad saying? You can be close in horseshoes, hand grenades, and artillery, right? You just got to be close when it comes to those things, right?
Yeah, man, you're a lot smarter than you look, dude. That was pretty good.
Well, that's thanks to you guys. You guys have made me a smarter man. I plugged this Chat GPT app into my head and I send that information. And hopefully Chat GPT keeps up with how quickly I'd like to think and move and be nimble on my feet. Because I do like to dance quite frequently. I like to cut a rug and get down. But yeah, that's
335 terahash.
235
335
terahash per S21.
That was 335, Vince. I know the New Zealand accent is hard to take in sometimes. 335.
Okay. All right.
They're priced around somewhere at the moment. Pre-orders are going around, in the vicinity of 5K. So, the strategy. Hopefully, I'm not cutting out too much here, guys. But I'm about to go to my walking location. But the honest, we're not going to the pub.
Wait, you
Hey,
have a
Here's the
walk?
pub.
You have a walking
Stabber.
location? Like you have to go to a specific spot to walk?
I do.
Oh,
Yeah, there's nowhere to walk around here. It's literally just the farm with animals.
you
Or
live. That's what I was gonna say though. You live on property where you can't just walk around the property.
yeah, but I'm here all day, bro. Come on.
So there's a bit
What
of
am I?
you
Am
want
I
to
living in
get away
fucking
too.
Gaza Strip? It's not. I'm not in Gaza, bro. I'm allowed out.
Too soon.
Are,
Too soon.
please tell me are there stairs that you can go and walk up at this location, or is it just flat path?
Whoa, Vince. Let's not get carried away. Let's. The walk is a start. Let's not
Yeah.
add stairs into it just yet.
Oh, we're still talking baby steps, aren't we?
Yeah, it's a walk. You got to walk before you can run.
Oh, I love how we just have a good sense of humor around here and like to joke and have fun. So
You fellas want me to sit on the bus stop for now, eh?
We are actually running a book, so it's called Guess Fleece's Weight. The starting weight was, what was it? Around about 270 pounds. I'm now about 257. You have to guess my weight on New Year's. At midnight on New Year's, guess the weight. Winner closest gets a free Xeno mining NFT out of my personal stash.
237.2.
That's only like 23 pounds, right?
Yep.
We're
We're
looking at about 11 and a half weeks. So just to give you some context, 11 and a half weeks. Like natural walk around weight, around about 200 pounds would be my actual weight I should be. So just for context, time frame, so people can guess properly.
No, we're going to keep his ass working, so he's not going to get a chance to get out and walk.
I say 215. Not that I don't think you can achieve 200, but it's only 11 weeks. That's like bulimic for you, to me. That just in my opinion.
Did you have a steak for breakfast today, Fleece?
Nope. He watched his wife eat his meat.
I won't share too much, but she did actually eat my meat, and she ate my meat, so it was good. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. On a serious note, and I love the fact that we can joke around, but I also love the fact that we get shit done. So, yeah.
Leo's got his hand up.
Oh, Leo, yeah, you can just pipe right in, Leo, and just cut us off, man. You don't have to raise your hand around here.
If Fleece is going to be out of range, I got a question for him. Is the reveal like at the end of the sellout of phase 3, or we're going to have the reveal before?
It's happened. Go check your NFTs.
What? No. All right, now everybody's gonna be quiet because they're gonna go to OpenSea and check them out.
Yeah. So we actioned the instant reveal. I was considering just going, okay, let's reveal 500 up to 2,500. We thought, nah, what's the point? We're going to sell this bitch out real fast. Let's just, everyone who's coming in and minting now knows about the project and will get excited about the art when they see their art. So it's all instant reveal from here on in.
Yeah, and the art is dope. We don't really. I know we have as of lately, with a lot of the spaces that we've been doing. I haven't really been touching on Nightman's art too much, but really, it was a first of a kind with pancake layering, hand drawn. On top of some of the AI, and it really came out really nice. Especially those legendaries are fire. So, Wow. Did we have any legendaries that got minted so far then in this next phase? Did you see? Did you take a peek at all, Paulie, or Fleece?
I haven't looked at everyone's. I just looked at mine because I'm selfish. But I don't know. Yeah, I can't answer that. Fleece would know better than
I
me.
didn't see any. I didn't see any.
Well, we'll have to take a peek. There's only 9 more left in phase 3. So if you want a legendary, go freaking mint. And then sit on it after you've deployed and staked it and start getting some damn rewards, because they're going to be mighty freaking juicy, especially with those additional miners coming online. If we can get them on, if we get them on the next, let's say 2 weeks, that's roughly about 9 weeks of additional mining going on for the next quarterly payout on January 1st. That's going to be huge, because the first payout, we warned people that it wasn't going to be exorbitant. Don't go out and think you're going to buy a Lambo. But even since then, the additional miners that were ordered and added to those 10, and now another order going online. Oh, man, January 1st is going to look real sweet. Now, I know Fleece is getting ready to step out and walk. I know that we're working on getting the native tokens in wrapped form so that folks can claim. And I believe that's going to be ready for the January 1st payout. Is that correct, Polly and Fleece? As far as I know.
Yeah, man. It's in the works for sure. The dev's working on, poor guy's working on a lot of stuff for us, but that is one of the things he's working on.
Well, we have an amazing dev too. So promo freaking crushing it. And I know Felice had let it drop too, that we were, I know that there'll be some additions to the user interface. And I think there's going to be some more consolidation of things to make it easier to navigate instead of having additional websites and look to have everything housed under one location. So I think a lot of people will be happy about that, and, being able to just go to one site, be able to see everything, make our claims and things like that. So guys, having promo working on all this stuff, the token integration to another chain, all this is stuff that we put on the roadmap to make things better in the long term. But as everything, it does take a little time, and especially if you want it done right, which we're super fortunate that promo is meticulous about that, making sure things work well. That's why when you go to mint, it's super smooth, gas super efficient. The staking process is much easier now. All those things. Eventually, you'll be able to see your staked NFTs just like you do on the dogface.io site. So lots of little improvements that go to making a polished product in the end, right? And I know you like to polish things off, Polly. This is a rare occasion. How come, Polly? I thought weren't you at work today? Yes, no? Are you speaking? I see you unmuted. Leo, can you hear me? Or are we rugging?
No, I can hear you clear.
Okay.
I can hear you, Vince.
Okay. All right, good. I see Paulie, but I don't hear him, so I don't know if he's rugging or whatnot. So, yeah. So, Gary, I think we're looking pretty good overall with the mining side of things. Which
Yeah, they just don't.
what happens when
Nah.
nobody. Yeah.
Yeah, everything is looking pretty good. Just like Fleece was saying, with those S21s, it's like the Hydro, the S21 Hydro. Yeah, that thing right there is putting out 335 terahash. The other S21, the basic model, is putting out 200. So
Okay.
So you're both right.
Can you hear me now?
We got robot. All right, so we're going to be
RTB.
Yeah, right. Yeah, RTB.
May have to leave and come back. Can anybody hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me in this.
Oh yeah,
space.
bro, we can hear you rugging the shit out of the space for sure. Absolutely.
Anyway,
Oh my god, that terrible, Paulie. We gotta have to give you. We're gonna have to get you some Starling too, just like Fleece. What's up, Mackie? We got Mackie up here. All right, Paulie, we'll come back up here. So we're gonna be watching these minor prices and on the S21s, and then decide whether we want to go with the basic or you said you called it the hydro version. Is that right, Gary?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, the hydro. It features liquid cooling, so so it allows it to get that extra boost to it.
Correct. Yeah. Basically, you can overclock the firmware on it, just like we're going to be able to do with our miners that are being immersed, right? Now,
Yeah.
would that affect then if it's already hydro and water cooled, then would we necessarily need to even immerse it because it's already built like that? So it might be. I guess the question.
I think it's just a different setup. So some miners have plate cooling, and other ones are immersed, right? So that's the difference.
Okay. Yeah, I'm wondering how that's gonna how that'll pan out. Okay. Interesting. All right.
What is plate cooling, Gary? What do you mean by that?
They got the plates, and then they have their fluids that are running through to keep equipment cool. I could probably get a little more detail if I wasn't sitting here at work right now. So my apologies.
you're at work in a Twitter space?
Yeah, don't tell anyone.
Oh, I'm calling your boss right now.
That's freaking awesome. Yeah, there's on occasion I pull that one off too, but I'm the boss, so I can get away with it. So, well, good. So that we know that we're going to be looking at these two models, obviously doing the price comparison, looking at what the terahash difference is, and maybe what the market conditions are, and making that wise decision of how we're going to deploy some of that additional capital. So, I think we're going to be doing quite well. Quite poised to be doing some good stuff. Now with the L7s that we have, those are the Doge and Litecoin hybrid miners, right? The dual miners. Is there anything new coming out with that particular miner in the near future that we need to be aware of? Then, Gary, any changes and updates? I guess not, because I lost him, right?
I think there's always changes and updates coming. Like Aaron's he's like always tracking the next greatest best miner. So it's I feel like every quarter, every biannually, annually, whatever it is, like there's always a new miner coming out that's better. And if there is, we're gonna look into it and see if it's what's best for the community and make it happen. So speak of the devil. See, I called him out, so now he has to come up here and talk now because I called his name.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear cricket.
Guys, can you hear me?
We sure can, Aaron.
Okay, yeah.
Did you hear the question I had posed and Paulie and I were kind of, discussing?
Yeah, so the latest thing is the L9, right? For the merge mining of Doge and Litecoin. The L9, they kind of not formally announced it or launched it yet, but there's a lot of rumors about it. So whenever Bitmain's formal announcement about it is, then we can plan on, that means Bitmain's probably making them right now or tweaking them. And then when they have formally announced them, they will probably mine with them for a couple months and make sure they're rock solid. And then they're going to start, they're going to be taking pre-orders and all that stuff. So the way I see it is we're good with our L7s until all that starts coming in. I mean, we're going to be good with them anyway, but I think every month that goes by that they don't formally announce it is a good thing for us, right? With the L7s, because they're kind of the top of the Litecoin Doge realm of mining
Sure.
hardware.
Now, are there kind of like some what I want to say, like typical cycles, for miners? Like, do they sometimes do they kind of come on like say a year and a half type cycle where they look to make these improvements and then push out a new product line?
Yeah, just like all the other, you've had the S9, the S11, the 15, the 17, the 19. We're on the, the S19 Bitmain. Every couple years, yeah, they basically release a new model, and the L7 was a beast a good almost 2 years ago now, and it's due for they're gonna release something new here soon. A lot of rumors
Okay,
swirling, but they're tight-lipped about what they do. So
sure, makes sense. But we still have quite a bit of time. I think by the time that's built and, like you said, tested and tweaked before it even becomes pre-sale, and then it's got to be production, right? So I think we're fine for quite a while, and
yeah,
I think
they may wait. Bitmain may wait for Litecoin to recover a bit more too. I can see you know they may hold back until they start seeing some recovery in Litecoin before they actually formally announce it, because they want to build as much FOMO as they can into these things, right?
sure, yep. No, I totally see that and being smart market release times and things like that kind of yeah, kind of command the price tag, I would think, on initial launch. So that makes sense, by all means. So I think that there's quite a bit of time for us to be able to accumulate, on that aspect as well. Now, I know. What about Cadena? What are there? Those are the KA3s, if I remember correctly, right? And are they 100 and how many, what are they supposed to be hashing at? Like 114, 116 or something like that?
I'm sorry, say that one. I'm breaking up a little bit. Can you say it one more time?
Yeah, the KA3s, the Cadena machines. What's the terahash on those?
60. I'm sorry, 166 terahash
On the KA3s.
on
Okay.
on that algorithm, right?
Okay. And I don't think, and how long have the KA3s been out?
So those started getting delivered about February of this year. Remember that? People started getting them about
Oh,
February, March, and they were paying 10 grand, 8 grand for those
ooh,
things.
wow.
Yeah, so the Blake 2S algorithm, 166 terahash. A lot of people bought those things pre-ordered them at 8, 9, 10 grand, even more, when they were pre-ordering at the end of 22 at, so 10.5, 11, and what'd we buy at 2,500, 2,800 a piece?
Whoa. That's huge savings right there
Yeah,
as far as to get multiple machines for that initial cost. So
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I think we launched it at a pretty good time as far as market wise to get our miners at some really good prices. Um, which again, that means that we didn't have to put a lot. We got a lot more machines for the money that we did outlay. And then we can look, as we have been discussing, about looking at the newer machine models coming, right? So we're not playing catch up. We're literally sitting really good. So we've guys, if you're listening, are not familiar with Xeno, please come check out the project. Hop into inside Discord. But we have literally paid for our miners, right? So we owe zero on them. So no financing or anything that we've been paying everything up front as we go. So we really don't have any other expenditures besides the actual electricity costs, right? And then since we've got this rate locked with Elite Mining at 4.5 cents, that puts us in a very, very promising position, even if Bitcoin does see a little bit more of a drawback. And again, I know, Aaron, you're pretty tuned in on that too. Even if the price of Bitcoin drops, we're still mining profitably, correct?
Absolutely. I mean, we need to get to that. I think Bitcoin would need to get about to that 15, 14K mark for us to really just be like, all right, hey, we don't want to start losing money, right?
That's a significant drop. I don't think we're going to see Bitcoin hit 15K.
No, I think too many people are stacking. I think too many people are, I don't see how it happens, but you never. Who knows, man?
Anything can happen in the Matrix, right?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
I mean, you see some of these stats about, there's 1,300 new Lightning wallets every day. There's, all this thing. And you just think to yourself, people are stacking. I really think they are, and hopefully they're stacking for the future. And we just see, we may see some dips, but I think people are becoming more and more, bullish on it all. So people just want to stack as much as they can, looking long term.
Yeah, no, I agree. Absolutely. And I think, I've mentioned it before. This is a good time to be, DCAing into some of this. I think if we're going to see another event and Bitcoin dip, Ethereum dip, I think you're going to see the altcoins really take a hit, because they usually do. They take more of a hit when Bitcoin drops, because Bitcoin moves the market. It's, over the years, it's become more stable than the rest of the market as it's gaining adoption now. Still, I mean, we're down, excuse me, at what, around 27K, the height, all-time high 69. So it's taken a lump with, over 50% loss since the all-time high. But if you look at a lot of your altcoins, they're down 97%, 98%. Some have held up. Ethereum has actually held up quite well, and not had such a large retracement, I think, compared to the other cycles that it's done that. But I think we have such a saturation of ERC20 tokens, whether they're shit coins or legit or not. But I think there's quite a bit of adoption on Ethereum. But, Fleece, I saw that video you posted on Twitter from Crypto Sensei. Yeah, I think that if you're not into crypto now, I think this might be one of the last major bull runs that we see, with some of the price appreciation targets, and seeing some of these tokens continue to do 100x and going up 1,000%, in this next bull run. So again, and Aaron, you might be able to answer this better, being that if you're actually mining Bitcoin, because I've heard this term before, this explanation, that when you're mining, you're actually mining Bitcoin at less than what spot price is. Is that correct?
Again, that kind of goes back to your power rate and the machine you're on, right? I mean, if you got to find that if you're mining at 10 cents, if your power rate's 10 cents and you bought a $4,000 S19, then God bless you.
Yeah.
You're probably losing money, right?
Yeah.
But you're stacking sats, so I don't know. They're decentralized in that case, right? You're that's your own. You're making them, right? You're earning them with your machine, but that it's costing you more than what you can buy at spot.
Sure. Yeah, I think that's a perfect way to do it, and I think knowing that is more of a reason to be bullish on mining NFTs, especially projects like Xeno Mining, because we've done a lot of this foresight, um, and especially if you're not familiar with what the benefits are. As far as the mining goes, guys, if you're listening to this, if you're not familiar with it, again, if you're trying to mine at home, there's a lot of challenges you're going to have to overcome from the purchase of the machine, right? And because we have relationships with the distributors, with buying in bulk, we're able to get them at better prices than what you would typically buy on the market as retail. Not only that, your electricity costs, as I said before, being at 4.5 cents, we're already puts us in a much more profitable position, because if you were to do it at home, depend upon what part of the United States or what part of the world you're in, right, what you're paying per kilowatt hour. I know in my area in Illinois, it's like, I want to say it's like 16.4 kilowatts per hour or something like that. 16.4 cents per kilowatt hour. I mean, that's already a quarter of the cost, by us doing it through a facility, and then being able to get bulk buying, right? There's too many value benefits to just purchasing your NFT with Xeno Mining and let us do all the work, right? Because we have all that. Not to mention any power upgrades you're going to have at home, and cooling your machines, cooling your home potentially, especially in the summertime if it's warm where you live, and then you got machines running, putting off additional heat. Good luck cooling your home, right? So there's a lot of things to consider to make your mining operation at home profitable. Not only that, you got to become the tech guy, right? Constantly monitoring it. That's what we got Aaron and Gary for. They do the constant monitoring of the machines, making sure they're hashing appropriately. If something needs to be reset, they're contacting the mining facility and saying, hey, can we get resets on this? How are we looking on that, right? And being able to monitor that stuff, because it is a full-time job, right? Good luck doing that at home, and being able to be profitable at home. So, not financial advice, but words of wisdom would be grab yourself an NFT and make it a lot easier on yourself, right? Claim your rewards. Once you got them claimed, decide to sell them when you want to sell them. You want to wait for the market to go up. I would say that might be the smarter decision before you choose to part with that. That way you can make as much money as you can, right? So, value wise, there's no doubt that owning Wazino is very smart money. And I don't know if you want to touch on that or expand on that, Fleece. I know that that's one of the value points that we really want to let people know about is, look, man, you don't have to do all the work. We're doing it for you. All you got to do is invest a little bit, sit back, relax, let this team of 26 guys market the project, run the events, run the miners, research the miners, stay on top of it. Let us do all the hard stuff.
Absolutely, right. You guys hear the waves? I'm down the beach, Waihi Beach. You hear those waves rolling in? Having a bit of a walk. I know Surfer Dude down there will be jealous. This is his local surf spot. Yeah, it's very much, I'll try to face away from the wind, but it's very much essentially, what are we doing here? Let's break this right down to the nuts and bolts of it. Okay, so we are taking the raise. 15% of the raise is supporting Treasury, the team, the project, keeping 26 guys here together, working every day hard, going hard out and getting it done. 85%, for that 85%, we go and buy miners. We can get miners way cheaper than you, way cheaper. We do that. So we're advocating for the entire group. This is a co-op as such, a cooperative, old school. And we go out, we advocate for everybody, we negotiate hard, we get the best bargains, we get the hardware in. While we're doing that, we got a couple of guys, both Marines. I've got no idea how they're so smart, because they're both Marines. But They're freaking switched on guys, way smarter than me. You know, Aaron's a procurement expert, having worked on massive multi-$100 million contracts with the Army and defense. Gary, he's a sparky. He's an electrician. This is his trade. We're not like, so we this is why we strategically chose to go down the route of mining for our revenue. And
This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.
a base building for the communities because we have the expertise. That's the only reason we did it. So we take 85% of that money. We then buy the miners. So, and through hard bargaining, negotiating, figuring out what to buy when. So you're listening to, you know, Aaron and Gary talk about the S21s coming. We know the L9's dropping. The KA3s, we got a bunch of those. We got, you know, and then we're sitting here waiting on Nervos, there's Casper and all this shit, right, that's going on in the market. We're fully across everything. We got a team looking, they're doing it. Then we take that, we go and we've negotiated an amazing price on power. Okay, so we've got, and not only that, we understand that immersion mining is the future. You know, there's a lot of air cooled going in. That shit, by the end of the next bull run, will be done. Air cooled will be done because you're going to have everybody's now coming into the S21s. Everyone's going to be who's at the higher end, these massive, like big, huge, mega sites that set up these miners. Migrating over to immersion. Why? Because it doubles the life of your miner. That's a big fucking deal. You know, when you take a miner that was only going to last for 3 years, it's now lasting for 6 years. It's producing money. So we do that. We're going into immersion mining. And then on top of that, we've negotiated a power rate for immersion mining at 4 cents. Go find someone else in the world who has immersion mining at 4 cents. Go find them and bring them to me, and I will be really amazed because I haven't seen it. It's not around. We spoke to probably 50 plus different people. These guys that we're partnered with, you can't even get their phone number. They don't deal with small customers like us, essentially. It's only because we're a veteran-founded business and because of the wider mission of what we're doing that they have agreed to bring us on in a partnership. Not only that, they're allowing us to put our own equipment in place there through a partnership, and we will have capacity to add more and more miners for our future B2B relationships, which gives us a lot of leverage. When we go to like Board 8 and go, you guys should really have some fucking miners, you know? Why don't you? Hey, why don't you guys put 50 miners into our facility? We'll sell them to you. We'll make a profit on those miners. We'll then sell them power. And everybody in the investor group, our cooperative, what we're here to do is advance everybody. Our goal is to help everybody in this group to achieve the level of freedom that they want to be able to be with their loved ones, be where they want to be, when they want to be, and live this crypto Web3 lifestyle, which is becoming available to everybody. The other amazing thing about our project, which is an industry first, I was the first person to do it. There's no one in the fucking space doing it either anyway, is the Future Founder Program. We have a roadmap for 7 collections at the very least. Now, and unlike other projects that just do collections or it's a cash grab, all of our projects are utility driven. We put that money into buying shit to make people returns, right? So to grow in an organization like that, you need really, really good people. You know, Fleece can't go do the shit by himself. So I brought on super high caliber people who were in the investor group. That's Paul, Rich, Kerry, and they're my co-founders. They're now, I gave away a piece of the pie to bring in high caliber guys. And now we've done the same for the Future Founders Program. We've got, you know, Vince behind the mic. We've also got Secor who's down there, and we've got Wake, who are absolute fucking powerhouses in this space. And this is going on. So we're now imparting all of our knowledge to those guys. They will run first responders. And we will then step it up, and we're basically going out and getting higher deals, better things that we can do for the investor group. That's our job. as the exec team to go out. So I've went out, I've project managed other projects, I've helped, I've advised. This team is a full-on military-like operation, literally, because that's the only fucking way I know how to lead people. Because I'm basically a trained army officer. That's my leadership style. Organize teams really well, have task groups, have leaders, be accountable, and get rid of useless fucks from the team. You can't be useless in this team. If you're lazy or useless, you get booted out. That's the standard. And that's why we have such an amazing team and community, because it all starts with the team. So, I mean, I don't know if there's any new faces down here. We're probably just talking amongst ourselves and patting ourselves on the back. But yeah, if you are looking, we're fully doxed. We're also legally audited. We are not mucking around. Okay, this isn't some Mickey Mouse shit that we decided to do on a Sunday, drinking some beers and thought it'd be a cool idea. We've been at it for 2.5 years. We've sold out 2 collections. There's everything behind us says that we are going to the moon, 100%. Anyway, that's my show for today.
Yeah.
How'd I do, Vince? What'd I get?
No, that's awesome. Yeah, you get a 9 out of 10 because you didn't touch on the retreat. I got.
Okay, yeah. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna go get a salad.
Yeah, and guys, as a reminder, and especially anybody that's listening to the recording of this, or maybe newer hopping in, that retreat that I just brought up is one of the major goals that we have, because the whole thing started as a way to give back to veterans and first responders, and we want to have a space to be able to do that, right? To a space that we can help get them off the street, reskilling programs, community areas to come together to learn, right? To continue to provide mental health services, right? Because we know that's a huge aspect of what's missing in the what I want to say, it's a missing link, right? That's why we run our men's mental health space every week. And we have somebody, space traveler, that runs that, clinical psychologist, very talented, works with the military. He does it for a living, right? So again, going back to what Fleece was talking about having high caliber people working amongst you and with you side by side. We are literally just getting shit done, right? And that's why we've been as fortunate as we have to what I want to say, attract the right talent too as well, right? People see the value, all right? We know that the community sees the value, so thank you to everybody that's in the community. You know what we're building. You see the work that gets done, and we see that reflected in the fact that there's not a lot of NFTs for sale, and if they are for sale, they are commanding a beautiful price, right? Well above what they minted for. At initial prices. So get yourself 1 or 2 or 3. Better yet, if you get an OG, 2 battalions, and you got 3 Xenos, you get a portal pass. That portal pass is a free NFT in the first responder collection again. So you will get another free utility NFT out of that. And not only to mention, we've even made that a little juicier. So if you have or hold OGs, 2nd battalions, and Xenos in that ratio of 1, 2, 3, you can actually get multiple portal passes. Right. So the benefits to that is obviously all the NFTs can be staked, earning you ammo. All right. You use the ammo to increase the rewards on your Xenos. You need to stake or deploy your Xeno NFT to earn the rewards, and then boost the rewards by adding in ammo. Once you get to 35,000 ammo on that Xeno, you are maxed out on the rewards you will earn from that. That's all you got to get to. Keep everything else in your wallet that you earn. Because once we sell out, this will be tied to a liquidity pool. There will be a token price and everything attached to that. So there's much, much more to come with that ammo. So kudos to everybody who's here early and earning that additional ammo. Again, if you grab one right now in phase 3, it does already come with 10,000 ammo that's already attached to it. All right. So you can stake it and start earning right away. And each day it's earning you 300 ammo tokens per day. So it doesn't take too long. If you've got some second battalions, they'll earn you 90 ammo per day. And then the OGs earn you 150 ammo per day. Now, why would you want to have an OG? Because they're not cheap. Well, because there's not a lot of them, right? And that's how they continue to hold their price. There's only 777 in that collection. Not only that, the rewards that come back from the mining, 40% go back to the community wallet, and then 20% go, or 40% goes back to their community as the rewards, and then 20% goes into a community wallet. Out of that 20%, we're actually breaking off 5% of that goes back to just the OG holders. So you get an extra little uptick, all right, by having that OG. And if you decide you want multiple OGs, again, you're getting that 5% split amongst only those 777 NFT holders, all right, whoever they might be. So there's definitely extra benefit to having the OGs. Not only that, the ammo you get that piles up, right, and the portal pass. Guys, everything that we have done has been meticulously thought out. It's been discussed. Again, this is about how to make the project as appealing as we can, because we want you guys to all be winning right along with us, right? The more people we have that are in here making money, understanding what we do, the more people we can then educate, the more people become aware of the mission to help the veterans, all right? The more we can make a difference, all right? Again, truly running this as a business, all right? And attracting people who understand the investment aspect of it. As Fleece was talking about, we want to continue to look at other business opportunities to create utility projects for the future in our 7 collection ecosystem, all right? Because we understand that that's where the market is going, okay? A lot of these PFP projects, are struggling. They're looking for other utility to add to keep their communities making money or to make them more appealing, right? But that we've already done that. We've already positioned ourselves there. Before I keep ranting on a little bit more, Leo, I see you with your hand up, my man. Go ahead. I'm gonna pass the mic over to you and be quiet just a little bit.
Yeah, two things I want to add. One is when Fleece and Paul do something, they always bring the best. So we don't just have a mental health space. We have a mental health space that has the best as its leader. I mean, this guy is a clinical psychologist, a doctor, and he leads a military base of more than 5,000 people. And he has a staff under him. So this guy knows his stuff. He's skilled. So when they do something, they get the best to run it. And that's what sold me on this project. That's why I don't mind doing stuff I do, because it's worth it in the long run. And then number two,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
NFTs,
go.
there's a legendary, and the legendary gives you 1,000 daily, and it has a little bump on the rewards. Thanks.
Yeah. 1,000 ammo per day. Yep. And what Leo was just talking about and Fleece is touching on, again, we just rolled out a nice, convenient educational course on ChatGPT. We know that AI is going to play an integral part in systems. It's being utilized quite extensively already. It's going to continue to develop. It's going to continue to grow. Upskilling the team, upskilling the community, right? Because we see where this stuff is going to go. If you're in a job sector that AI potentially is going to play a role in, you need to start learning those skills to be able to adapt those things into your daily practices of what you do already. All right. Therefore, making you a little bit more productive, maybe helping you write emails quicker, right? Uh, I've personally written emails and it gave me things that wouldn't have thought about on my own to discuss or bring up in a professional email, right? So these are the types of things that we're talking about when we start surrounding ourselves with people who want to continually learn, right? Grow in the Web3 ecosystem, and then look to constantly be developing. And where can I fit in? Where can I add value? I want to add value to other people. We can do this through proof of work mining. We can do it through learning how to integrate AI into our workflow to make things better, faster, right? To put out excellent content. All right, Fleece, I see you with your hand up.
Hey guys, buddy. Yeah, loving this chat. One of the things I love about Leo is he always reminds me and brings emphasis back to why we're actually here. And I love that about you, Leo, that you always bring up space, and it's so important, because part of being a founder, part of being an entrepreneur is, and this is like, my wife hates this, you get very focused, task focused, and that can often be mistaken for greed. It's not. This is about getting shit done and getting the job done. So that's why we're extremely focused now on crypto mining. We're doing some algo bot stuff, and we're getting the job done. But at the end of the day, we're here to affect massive change on two fronts. First front, individually. We know that if we can help people to become free, I've had the privilege, benefit, luck, hard work, grit, determination of being fairly done well through property, crypto, whatever. That has afforded me the privilege of getting out there and helping people. And I know that as we free up more people, just the spirit and heart of the people in this community, we will continue to affect more change. Let's understand exactly what this is. Dogface Zeno is not a charity. Okay, so we want to make that really clear. We're not a charity. We're an investor group. We're a club. We're a group of people who just come together, and we're trying to learn and make smart decisions to advance ourselves individually. So that's part one. Now, the second aspect of this is an aspect that we've only really dabbled in it, because we've got to get the job done first. We've got to build our base, which is our charitable trust. It's our 501c3 that will be established in the United States, and that is how we're establishing our retreat. And so what we're doing, that we've got a forecast over the next 5 years for $25 million worth of profit based on our miners, what we're going to do with algo trading, investing, etc. Now, 10% of that will be carved off and donated to our charity. That money will then be utilized to build out our retreat, our facilities, and a place that we can go and hang out as a community. Okay. But for our team, unfortunately, you guys will be turning up and doing a whole lot of work, myself included. We won't be having too much of a holiday. We might have a little bit of a holiday right at the start, but what we're going to be doing there is obviously under the guidance of people like Space Traveler, Ryan, other experts in the field of assisting veterans and first responders. We will apply for grants. We will take donations to be able to give funds directly to help veterans. On top of that, that will be a place of learning. What we're going to teach there is Web3 skills. So we've got 7 collections. We need a lot of moderators, community managers. We've already got developers. That will be a center of excellence for Web3 crypto training that anybody who's a holder in the community will be able to come to. And of course, there'll be the fun aspect, right? Where we're going to be, and a little bit of security type stuff as well. First aid, we'll be doing weapon training. We'll be on the range. We'll have a pistol range, a shooting range. We're going to have a hell of a lot of fun there doing outdoor activities, but it's just going to be a really, really cool place to learn and help people to heal.
Hell yeah. I think there's a lot of healing needed, right? You guys, there's a lot of turmoil in the world right now. So I think that us coming together, banding together as an investment group, right? We cannot be everywhere and see everything all the time. So it's wonderful to have people that are in part of the DAO that come with ideas, things that they see in the market, right? So that we can evaluate and see things that are coming down the pipeline, right? All those things play a part of it, because we always want to be aware of what's coming down, what's potentially things are investment opportunities that have solid foundations to them. I'm excited for what's to come, and I look forward to it. So I appreciate it, the opportunity. And as some of you probably have heard me speak before, I never would see myself running spaces like this, having conversations with Fleece at a founder level and other founders and other community leads and projects. I never would have thought I would be in this position right now. So thank you to Fleece and the project for having the opportunity. And I'll leave it with, let's fucking grow. Stabba, I see you with your hand up, my man.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say too, one thing I thought I was just coming in here as an investor, and now kind of like, you class you guys as mates. The community is a safe surrounding, and it's pretty well my daily job now. Well, not job, but like surrounding that I get involved with, Xeno, mining, and Dogface. But I just can't get enough of it. And what you're saying about space traveler, I've been in those spaces, mate, and it's a blessing to have, for me to be able to speak about my situation to him and feel comfortable about that. So, cheers, Space. And Fleece, hope you're not eating all the food out of the place that I know you'll be at, that cafe on Waihi Beach. I think it's called Flat White, mate. And
no comment. No comment.
So the walk was actually a secret mission to get out of the house to go eat where the wife wouldn't know what you were eating, correct?
I'm eating a salad. Come on, guys. I'm breaking my fast. It's 1 p.m. here. Come on.
Did you do your HIIT training today already?
No, I have not, but I've got weight training this afternoon.
Perfect. Is that weight training by picking up food or beer, or is it actual like really iron weights?
Very light weights. Yeah. I'll do a bit of. I'll do some lifting. Yeah, do some compound lifting.
Vince, you ever seen the Richard Simmons video series? I know you have. That's Fleece has those. He ordered them, and that's his workout routine. He even bought the socks, like the old school socks, and some Reeboks too.
The shorts? He better have those shorts.
He had the shorts already.
Let me ask you this, Fleece, on a serious note. Do you like using resistance bands in workouts?
No. Not maybe as supplementary. Like I might do a bit of band work for rotator cuff. Like a little bit of band work, but nah, not really. I like picking stuff up. I like running, sprinting, kettlebells, stuff like that. Martial arts, but no, I don't. Not too much band work.
Gotcha. Okay. We might have to change that in the future.
Yeah, man, I'm open. I know Tom Brady does a lot of it, heap of it. That's all he does, pretty much, band work.
I know that you used to run boot camps there down in New Zealand, and I actually used bands to run sports performance camps here where I'm at. So single bands, dual bands, tied together, and then doing partner drills with them, and speed and agility and stuff like that with bands. Really, some pretty good stuff. So I'm big.
Love it.
Yeah,
love it. Yeah. Now you're going to run the retreat morning fitness session right after Aaron does the Bikram yoga classes.
Hell yeah! I actually wouldn't mind doing some Pilates.
How did I know you were going to say that? I knew you were going to say that.
It's like yoga on steroids, man. That stuff is freaking hard, man. It's like that is strength through motion. Strength through motion is where it's at.
Fleece does it, and he wears a singlet when he does it.
I thought it was a thong. I thought that's where you guys wear down there, is thongs.
No, those are things you put between your toes and you walk on them.
No, those are sandals.
No. You can call them thongs as well.
What's up, Space? How are you?
Well, I'm just curious why there's such a fascination, particularly by Pally, of Fleece's clothing. So maybe he's looking for some ideas for fashion for himself, perhaps, or maybe there's a more sinister motive that's going on here. But I did want to put an official weight in there for Fleece's contest for 31st of December. I think he's currently at what again? Can you just remind me his current weight?
260.
257.
260.
257.
Call it 260.
260. Okay. All right. And I like sevens, so I was going to go with 137.5. So I know that
You're talking about
no, not
kilos, Space?
137. I digress. I'm at the airport. I'm distracted right now. It's let's go.
That's my left leg. That's my left leg.
Yeah, let's go with two. I meant two. 237.5. So that's what I'm going to enter into the contest. Okay.
See, we have some pretty cool guesses there.
So good.
Well,
Good
Space,
luck, please. Keep going.
good luck with traveling. I hope it goes well for you. I know you're going to be spending some time with family, so that's always a blessing, right?
Absolutely.
I hope.
Yes. Well, I've got to the airport in one piece. I feel like I've been put through the meat grinder at work. I've had my most senior boss get locked out of the clinic, and then my second senior boss call me like, "What the heck are you doing, locking out the big boss from the clinic? And why are you closing the clinic?" And yeah, I've had that kind of a day. And then I had to tell an employee, by the way, you're under kind of a semi-investigation, and I gotta go. So have a nice day. I didn't want to tell you, but the big boss knows about it. So I wanted you to hear it from me, not someone else. So yeah, it's been a real fun day.
Awesome. All right. Good. Well, we've been just over an hour, man, kind of catching up. Paulie, is there any words of wisdom? I know they're few and far between coming from your rugging PFP, but anything you'd like to add for?
Have I been rugging since I came back?
Not since you came back. I mean, it's actually been. Did you connect to a better Starlink position or something, or
No, I
where
was
you?
driving before, and then I rugged when I got home, and now I'm on my Starlink. So hopefully it's better.
All right. No bear visits lately.
Nope, not recently. Scared him away. He hasn't come back since the last visit, but he'll be back. He always comes back, especially my wife leaves the garbage cans out. Words of wisdom. Words of wisdom, man. I think a lot's been talked about Dogface Labs and what we're building, and what we're planning for the future. And you hear a lot of projects come into space, and it's a lot of talk. And to be frank, it's a lot of bullshit, smoke and mirrors. And that's not what we're about. And we can say that all day, right? Like we can come in spaces and we can, we're doing this, we're doing that. We have these grand plans. Like, sounds really cool. Come into the Discord and see for yourself. Like, come meet the team. Come hang out with us in the voice chat. We're there pretty much every night. Like, you can have conversations with guys. You can ask questions directly. We always have mods available in the voice chat. If those guys can't answer your question, they're going to tag one of us. We're going to jump in. We're going to help out. I think that's, one of the biggest things I see with us is the transparency. There's no question that's a dumb question. We might make fun of you. We might talk some shit to you, but like at the end of the day, we want to answer your questions because we don't want anybody. You hear people in the space, say do your own research, not financial advice. Like you hear that a lot, but how do you bring that into fruition? Well, come into the voice chat and have a conversation, ask questions. Don't invest in something that you're not 100% sure of. And that's the opportunity here. Like there's transparency throughout the project. So just come in and have a conversation, see for yourself. The OGs should speak for themselves. The 2nd Battalion's minted out in 15 seconds. Like this Xeno collection is minting quickly. It's going to be sold out before the end of the year. And then you're going to see the price, that floor price is just going to boom because then we're going to be at the point where we have over 100 miners online. We're going to have immersion mining in place. Like all these things are going to happen pretty quickly. And then we're immediately going to be into first responder where we're going to continue to build that mining infrastructure. So like you said before, it's a great time to get in now. There will be a price increase as we continue to sell phase 3. So that $300 price that you see right now, that won't stay that. Like that price is going to go up. So now's a great time to get in at the price that we're at. And knowing that more miners are coming online, knowing that immersion's coming the end of December, like that's just going to continue to increase profits. So it's a great opportunity. It's a long-term investment. If you're looking for like a quick flip, this is not this place for you. This is an investment club, like Fleece said. This is a long-term play for us. And it's not just about Xeno. It's about Xeno. It's about first responder. It's about Air Force, Navy, Marines, all the collections to come, the different business opportunities that we're going to bring, the retreat. Like there's so much going on. It is hard to talk about all of it once. And we always miss stuff. Like that's just part of the game, right? Like we're in spaces, we're talking about the project. It takes 4 or 5 of us to make sure that we hit everything because one guy is not going to be able to remember it all by himself because there's so much going on. So, and having the team that we have too, I think, Fleece kind of spoke about that a little bit too. Like we're pretty blessed to have the team that we have, man, and to be bringing the guys on that we have, some high caliber dudes. So yeah, that's my wisdom. Come check it out. Like do your own research, come in the voice chat, have a conversation, tag one of us. We'll jump in with you. You can see our profiles in the team channel. You can go onto the website. You can see our profiles there. Like, yeah, we're fully doxed, legally audited. There's no bullshit here. Like it's going to happen. It's not the if, it's when. And the when's going to come really soon.
Heck yeah. Well said. I agree. So if you haven't done your research, get in there, freaking do it. Read the white paper, ask the tough questions. We won't shy away from them. We appreciate you guys doing that and asking them. It means that we know that you're trying to gain knowledge about the project. We feel confident that once you know what we are building here, that folks will support, and they'll support with the knowledge that they're going to win along with us, right? So
yeah, and I think that's one of the things too that we pride ourselves in is we have a lot of guys and gals that have come into the community like brand new to the space, like some that have never created a wallet, some that have never minted an NFT, like have no experience in NFTs or crypto. And it's one of the things that we pride ourselves in is helping to teach people how to safely and securely mint an NFT, to create a wallet, to stake, to earn your ammo. And even if it's not with us, like I see a lot of guys come into the community with questions about other projects, because I think I would say probably 90% of our team are invested in other communities and other projects. So we have a lot of knowledge in the space because we've been here for over 2 years. So it doesn't matter if you're brand new, if you've been doing it for a long time, come in and ask questions. We're here to help.
heck yeah. Well said. I like it. All right, Fleece. I know you're probably chomping on that salad. You're probably going to feel pretty satiated after that, and then have to go for another walk, and then be hungry again by the time you're home. But
Are you kidding me? That salad disappeared in about. It's long gone, bro. It's long gone. I'm now on my long. Yeah, that salad got inhaled. And I'm only at the halfway point. Yeah, so I'll have to walk back to the vehicle. But yeah, no, those are really awesome words. Really cool to see, the community coming in. What we've seen from this project is, go have a look at our OG collection. Go look at our 2nd Battalion collection. While blue chips are like capitulating at all-time lows, we are steadily climbing, and our floor has maintained. Why? Because the bulk of our NFTs are, owned by serious investors. We don't have flippers in our community very often. When they come, they make a quick buck, and then they're gone, right? And we just scoop up all these NFTs because we know what's coming. We understand the roadmap. I'm even just going to go a little bit harder than what Paul's saying. I truly believe this, and I've been saying this for a long time. Dogface Labs is the most important. It's the most important project in Web3. Why? Because there's a lot of projects out there making money, right? A heap of projects. But this project is like, from what I saw in 2021, 22, this is like literally, I can't identify any other projects. The last like cause-driven project that's left, that's truly cause-driven, that's actually doing something. Like there's cause-driven projects out there, but they're not able to get traction for whatever reason, or the market's down, so people don't care about helping people. Like that's generally what we're seeing right in this bear market, and like it's really important for our project to succeed, not only for ourselves because it's a massive case study for what can be done to help people, but it's also for the future of other projects who come along and try to do the same thing. So I can tell you, we will not fail. Failure is not an option. This will get done. We will mint out these 7 collections. We will have a retreat in the United States. We will also have a retreat in the Southern Hemisphere, probably in New Zealand or Australia, probably Australia, better weather, let's be honest. I'm going to go further. If you own shitty NFTs, I say this all the time, go and dump them. Not financial advice. That's what I've been doing. there's like I went back through my wallet, Vince, and there's so many trash NFTs that I bought, right? Trying to forge partnerships with founders, trying to like get in and network. It's all a load of bullshit. It was all a hoax. None of these founders want to fucking network with you. Correction, probably under 2% do. Like 2% are genuine and want to network with you and want to do stuff and like have a genuine intent. I'm going out, I'm getting rid of my trash, and I'm reinvesting into what I believe in, what I know. And I believe in not only myself but this team. I believe in this team massively because fuck, we just got such a good team. I'm looking through the people here, space. Sam's a fucking powerhouse in his own right, with his own project, and he chooses to be there. What does that tell you? It's and for those who are in the community, just know that you're stacking sats right now. The goal is to stack sats. On the next claim, we've got Bitcoin coming through. We've also got Litecoin, Doge. We'll also open up and Cardano. So where you'll be getting the individual tokens, right? And that was always the goal, was to get you these individual tokens so that you can stack them over the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And this is your medium to long-term play. At the same time, we've got our DAO, Dogface Investor Group, which has our 20% of profits, which we're out there doing stuff for the community using algo bots, etc. So we are right at the fucking cutting edge of what's going on here, guys. And because we've got such a smart group, a powerhouse group, there's just so many more opportunities that are coming, and we're just going to go, we're literally sitting on a rocket ship. We're on the way to the fuck. That's where it's going.
Love it. Great place to be. Great community.
Those other charity projects failed because they don't have a drill sergeant like Fleece running them.
Got to hold people to the fire, man. That's the thing, you could equate it as going into a skirmish, and you got to know that you can rely on the guy to your left and the guy on your right. Same thing here. We need to know that we can rely on each other as part of the team to start, not to start, but to continue to make shit happen, right? To make sure things are getting done. And it takes a team to make a business and to build it and run it effectively, right? The big part is, I think that people need to understand too that there's so many connections, reaching for VC funding or making those connections with other major projects to continue to position ourselves to be able to be that next blue chip, which I think Fleece has eloquently said that we are going to be, right? So let's make it happen. All right. And it takes a team to do it, but we're going to get there.
Absolutely. Dogface Slabs will be a household name. By the time crypto gets to where they're anticipating, which will be, what Crypto Sensei was talking about, a billion active users is what we're anticipating. This project will be a household name within the Web3 space. I mean, we're already very well respected within the space. Everyone knows who we are. They know what we're doing. Extremely well respected. And then when the money starts to stack in behind that, we are, shit's going exponential. And it's, something Pally said there, a bit of a drill sergeant. Why? Because it gets shit done. And we got to get shit done. But at the same time, this has been hugely beneficial for me. I've had times during this project over the last 2.5 years where we've been like rugged by consultants. You have things going wrong from a technical perspective, and it's extremely stressful, and it's also very challenging when you're at the front, and obviously you're not happy that things aren't going perfectly. But it's having like super smart and like just people with really high EQ, guys. Like you need a lot of emotional intelligence to be able to run these projects and not get caught up in all of the drama and stress of what's happening. And like for me to have guys like Pally, Space, essentially like a mentoring group, an advisory group around me of just like really experienced people in life is, a huge part of this formula, and I'm very grateful for that. It's fantastic.
Love it. Well, thank you, Fleece. I appreciate you and Paulie being here on the community space this week. Thank you for Staba. Leo, who is up here, Space Traveler popping in. Hope your travels go well and smooth for you. Hopefully work is not blowing up your phone while you're away. You may want to just conveniently somehow turn it off and not have service, right? I wish I could do that. But sadly, the show must go on. So we are here. All right. We appreciate our community being here. Thank you for your trust, your confidence. We appreciate you. We look forward to growing together as a community and with you. And let's stick together. All right. So we have a lot to be grateful for. January 1st is going to come quickly as Fleece is going to find out the hard way with his goal to drop down that weight. We'll see if he's successful or not. We'll see who is going to win that NFT, and we'll go from there. The sky's the limit.
Yeah, so let's collate these. Weights. The guest Fleece's weight on New Year's competition. Current weight was 257 pounds. We got about 11 weeks. On 1 meal a day program with water, coffee, kombucha only. So that's the program. Normal fighting pounds, 11 weeks, 257. Put your best guess in, and the winner will get a Zeno Mining NFT from me.
I'm going to start a spreadsheet. Oh, God. Staba, let's pass the mic over to you, my man, and we're going to look to wrap up today's community space. Appreciate it.
I was going to say super bullish and super pumped at the moment. Great to hear what's going on. And Fleece, it made me so excited. I'm going to fucking walk to my letterbox.
All right, guys. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you coming up and chatting and seeing where we're at with the mining operation, what we're building here overall. Again, if you're not familiar with us, click on the Zeno PFP, hop in our Discord, do some research on the white paper, ask us those tough questions. We'll get them answered and welcome you warmly into the community. So appreciate you. Thank you again, everybody. Have a great end of your day.
Thanks, Vince. Thanks for hosting, man.
Yeah, no problem. My pleasure.
That's right.
Enjoy that walk, please.
RTB.
RTB.